Hello everyone. Okay, I think we are up and live. I just tried to go live a minute ago and it seemed to be a little bit off. Anyways, we are here. So I just want to thank you all for coming. I wanted to do this live class because I've had so many people in the last week or two contact me, try to schedule and coordinate dates to do a class or even get together just discussing the essential oils one-on-one, and we haven't been able to coordinate it. So I thought this is really easy. You can catch it live if you're able to, or you can come back and watch it at your convenience. The only downfall to doing a class live like this is you don't get to experience the essential oils if you're brand new. Unless you're lucky enough to have a sample or have your oils with you, you just have to take our word for it, okay? So I'm super excited to come on and share with you just the basics of essential oils. There's so much information out there. So even though I do this basic intro to essential oils class all the time, because it's such a great starting point, there's probably something new you're going to pick up every time you listen to this type of a class, okay? If there's anything specific you ever want to know, or if you have questions along the way, just post it. Or if you listen to this broadcast after the fact and something sparks an interest or something comes up and you're curious, by all means, just post a question under the video, or you can send me a message privately as well. That's no problem. So first of all, there's a few questions on this page here that I just wanted to start with, because for anybody that is brand new, this might be something to kind of just get your wheels turning, okay? So could you benefit from essential oils? So this is the $1 million question, right? Okay, so first question, do you prefer to avoid the chemicals and synthetic scents found in standard household cleaners and laundry detergents? Would you use natural alternatives that power through grease and grime while leaving behind a refreshing scent? Yes or no? Next question, are you interested in a natural product line that will give your skin a smooth, hydrated, and youthful appearance? Would you use natural skincare products that incorporate powerful essential oils that target skin imperfections? Next question, are you seeking a solution to dry hair? Would you use hair care products that combine pure botanical essentials, CPTG, which is the certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, and the most advanced technological ingredients to optimize the healthy look of your hair? Who wouldn't want that, right? Do you experience occasional digestive discomfort? Do you enjoy a physically active lifestyle? Would you use a topical cream infused with a soothing blend of essential oils and formulated with natural plant extracts before or after a strenuous workout? Do you experience discomfort associated with occasional muscle pain? Would you use a proprietary blend of essential oils that provide a calming, soothing sensation to head, neck, and shoulders in a convenient roll-on bottle? So all kinds of different questions that you might that might resonate with you. Do you experience unexpected headaches during the day? Do you wish that there were natural alternatives to help support these headaches? For teenagers or even adults alike, do you experience acne? Do you wish there were more options to help with that? How many of you have been put on or use some kind of prescribed cream or ointment or gel or even supplement, or not supplement, but a pharmaceutical to help clear up our skin, right? All we're doing in most of these cases is putting a Band-Aid on that problem, right? We're not really getting to the root of that problem. And that was one of the biggest things I personally noticed with essential oils. So what exactly are essential oils? So essential oils come from the seeds, the bark, the leaves, the whole plant itself, and different parts of it. They are extracted from that, and they are up to 70 times more concentrated than the plant or the herb or the source itself. So there's such a powerful way to benefit from that. So for example, the lemon essential oil, it is a really, really powerful oil. It is cold pressed right from the rind of the lemon. So that's where it's most concentrated, and that's where we're going to get the most therapeutic benefits from that essential oil or from that fruit itself. So there's no There's no synthetics in doTERRA's essential oils. They are strictly pure right from the source. If there's any contamination along the way during the distilling or the pressing of the oil, the bottles are all tested. Each individual batch that gets put into these bottles, they're tested for that purity. They go through a number of different testing, and if it doesn't meet the standards that doTERRA has set in place, then it doesn't go out to us as consumers. So it's really great to know that. How can we trust that, and how can we believe that? Because as consumers, we read just what is available to us, right? If the packaging says it's 100% pure, or if it's organic or whatever, we have to believe that, or oftentimes we do believe that, right? So doTERRA has, it's called the Source to You. So it is a site that's public. Anybody can access it, and you can take the lot number on the bottom of your bottle of essential oil, plug it into this database, and it will pull up that specific batch of oil and provide you all of the testing and the testing results that was done on that batch. So that's how we, as the consumers and the shoppers and the moms, can really trust what's in these bottles and know that we are in fact using the best essential oil out there. So there's all kinds of third-party labs that do the testing for doTERRA. So it's not just, within the company providing the results that we want to get. It is third-party, which is important, right? doTERRA has tipped over the 5 million user number now. So, we've been the largest essential oil company in the world for a couple years now, but now we're over 5 million people. That's a ton of people using and loving these essential oils. So, largest essential oil company in the world, and the only essential oil company to date that is providing that sourcing information to us. So that really throws up a red flag with all of the different essential oil companies out there. If they're not providing that or not willing to provide that information to us, the big question is why? What are they trying to hide from us, right? So use essential oils that you are comfortable with. That's the biggest thing, and that's why I share and promote doTERRA's essential oils, okay? So I wouldn't promote something or recommend something that if I didn't feel comfortable using it myself. So that is what essential oils are, and that is why I choose doTERRA. So let me just look through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through, so some of you that have been to this class or seen me do this class before, I cover the top 10 essential oils, and that's what I'm going to go over because they're the most popular essential oils. They're available in a beautiful kit all together that you can purchase, and it will literally set you or your family, your kids, your loved ones, whoever, your workplace up for almost every single thing you could think of, okay? So like I was saying earlier, if you're someone that suffers from headaches, seasonal allergies, the common cold, rashes, sleep disorders, digestive disturbances, this kit will cover all of those needs. And one thing to keep in mind is when you're starting out with essential oils, you're not required or you're not expected or you don't need to know everything before you get started. So when I first purchased my kit, I'm going to try to pick it up here without knocking them all over. When I first purchased my kit, so this is the Home Essentials kit. So it has the top 10 essential oils, the full size bottles. So when I first purchased this kit, I didn't know everything you need to know about essential oils. I knew the basics. I was really just purchasing them to diffuse them in our home and to incorporate them that way. The more I used them, the more I learned, the more ways I started expanding on how I could use them. I also recommend this reference book. So I try to get this in the hands of everybody that purchases essential oils through me, because this is literally like, look how big this book is. It's a hardcover book. It is literally like the Essential Oil Bible. If you're not sure of something, you can 99% of the time find your answers in this book. It's so incredible. So, you can look up all kinds of things with the oils here. So it's a wonderful resource. Okay, so moving forward, how can we use essential oils? So I just briefly said when I first got started, I was really only super familiar with just diffusing them, right? I was just like, oh, it's a beautiful way to make the environment smell really nice. Not only, like, I didn't even realize all of the other benefits that it was actually providing to us. So cleansing the air, diffusing On Guard, for example, this is our protective blend. Diffusing this one is going to, help eliminate the pathogens that are in the air. So someone coughing or sneezing, all of that is traveling through the air, right? So just by diffusing the essential oils, it's helping to kill or eliminate those pathogens, those germs, and help prevent the spread of that illness or those germs, right? So super, super powerful way to help keep everybody's immune system strong. So cleansing the air, of course, making it smell beautiful, providing energy or, an uplifting environment. Of course, it always depends what you're diffusing, right? Diffusing at nighttime, that was a big one for me. So really helping to support getting quality sleep. So diffusing things like lavender would really help to support sleep and get a good night's sleep. So all kinds of things like that. Or maybe you're looking at, respiratory support. If you're sick or you have kids that are sick or stuffed up and just the airway is a little bit constricted, you might choose to diffuse something that's going to help promote airflow to the lungs and help support that, all on a natural level, right? There's so many ways that we can eliminate the different toxins in our life, right? So the toxic load is different things we're exposed to, environmental, cleaning products, beauty products, everything that we put onto our skin it doesn't get processed by the liver, right? So if you put something onto your skin, your body absorbs it and it doesn't get the same filtering action as if you take it internally. So your skin being the largest organ, just think of all of the products as women especially, we slather onto our bodies. So we're absorbing that. That's impacting the toxic load that we're being exposed to and therefore increasing our likelihood of experiencing different dis-eases in the body. So not to say diseases, but when your body is in dis-ease, there's something not right and we need to address these things, right? So aromatic, that's the diffuser. That is the single easiest way to use essential oils. It's also a great way to have more than one person benefit from the essential oils at one time. So, you might have a diffuser in your living room. It's going to, affect everybody in that space, right? You can get diffusers that cover such a large surface area, so it's going to be so powerful. Next is topical. So like I said, when you're talking about putting things onto your skin, you want to make sure you're using products that are super clean and safe. If you wouldn't put it in your body, then you should not put it on your skin or on your body either. So that's something to keep in mind. So reasons you might use essential oils topically. Maybe you have a sprain or a bruise or scarring or cuts or rashes or muscle aches and pains, anything like that, you can use the essential oils topically onto the skin to help support any of those conditions. And then the third way is internally. So internally is something that not everybody may or may not be comfortable with. I'm super comfortable with it. I have learned a lot about the power of essential oils and it's such a wonderful way to benefit from them. So for example, adding 1 to 2 drops of lemon essential oil to your water first thing in the morning is going to be very, very supportive to your digestive system. It's going to help, fire up all the enzymes in your gut and help get things going. It's a great mild detoxifying or cleansing essential oil. So just really great to start your day with that habit. So that's a great one. You might use a digestive blend or peppermint to help soothe any digestive upset, anything like that. It's going to be wonderful to use them internally. Again, you can achieve the same results by using them topically, but we can get into that in more detail as we cover the individual oils. So those are the 3 different ways that you can use the essential oils. And important to know when I do mention using them internally, I will only be referring to doTERRA essential oils, okay? Because I do trust the purity of them, and not the case with other essential oils, okay? So What I'm gonna do now is just go over the top 10 essential oils. So I'm gonna start with lavender because it is probably one of the first oils I really cracked open when I purchased this kit. I think most of us are very familiar with lavender. It's in a lot of different products, right? It's very calming to the body and the mind. It's wonderful for helping to support just relaxation and support a good sleep. And it's also really, really wonderful for skin health. So really, really soothing to the skin. So if you've burned yourself, you could apply this straight up on the skin. You don't have to dilute it. And it's going to be very soothing to the skin. Because I just mentioned that, I should go into that before I forget. Dilution of essential oils. So it's something that's really, really important. And the reason is pure essential oils like doTERRA's are made up of volatile compounds, volatile aromatic compounds. So if I put a drop of this onto my hand, after a while it would just evaporate, right? Because they just dissolve, evaporate off of the skin because they're so pure. So when we are using the oils topically to support our skin or our body in one way or another, if we want the effects to last longer, it's important to dilute it. So to dilute it, we use what we call a carrier oil. A carrier oil could be anything from fractionated coconut oil, which is just a liquid coconut oil. That one's a really common one. Even like an olive oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, cold pressed coconut oil, even like an unscented clean lotion, excuse me, would be a really great carrier oil. So what you would do to apply it that way is, let's say you're using the fractionated coconut oil. You'd put a little bit in your hand and just add, 1 or 2 drops, depending on your application and your use, but 1 to 2 drops of the essential oil to the carrier oil, rub it together, and then apply it topically to your body. That way it's gonna actually stay on the skin for a longer duration of time. It's not diluting the effectiveness of it. It's just helping it stay on the skin and work much longer. So that's why we would use a carrier oil. Also because there's some oils that are considered hot oils that can be quite caustic to the skin. So something like oregano, for example, you wouldn't want to put that directly on the skin undiluted because it would almost burn the skin. It would be really, really, could be really, really sensitive to the skin. So lavender is safe to use undiluted, but again, depending on your application, it's usually recommended to dilute it. So this one is so wonderful for, like I said, a number of things: calming, skin support, all kinds of wonderful things like that. And it just smells so beautiful. I was really never a big lavender fan until I experienced doTERRA's lavender, and the purity of it, it really puts all other synthetic lavenders to shame. So it's one that you really have to get your hands on. It's so wonderful. Okay, next is lemon, because I kind of talked about lemon a little bit already. So I love to use this one first thing in the morning. I will, like I said, I usually have my big, this is 25 ounces, and I will put 3 drops in this. When you are using it internally or adding it to water, make sure you're using like a stainless steel or a glass or even a mug, something like this, just not plastics, because the essential oils are so pure, they're so potent that it will actually leach the toxins or petrochemicals, that kinds of things, from plastics. So you don't want to do that. You would then be drinking that, right? So just be mindful of what you're putting your essential oils into. So I start the day 1 to 2 drops of lemon. Drink that down before anything else. And like I said, it just has so many great benefits to the gut and the gastrointestinal tract that it's a really great practice to start your day with. I also love lemon. Like, I go through probably a bottle of this a month because we use it in everything. So it's great to add to if you make your own salad dressings, even baking, like blueberry lemon muffins or loaf or anything like that. Add it to smoothies. Like, it's just so fresh. It's so cleansing. I use this all the time for cleaning. So I will just pick up from the dollar store some spray bottles. I do use the plastic from the dollar store because I'm not using it internally. I'm just using it to clean hard surfaces or toilets or that sort of thing. So I will fill that up. Add some, I mean, depending on what I'm using it for, but add some white vinegar and then lemon essential oil. Again, depending on the size of the spray bottle, I might add up to about 10 drops of the essential oil. And then you've just created an all-purpose cleaner. So it's so cost effective to do it this way, and it's so safe. You don't have to worry about chemicals floating around your home, especially if you have pets or small children or even yourself. You don't have to worry about that because these are so pure and so safe for us. This is so phenomenal for getting grease or grime. I know the odd time my husband will come home and have like grease or whatever on his hands, and he will literally use some of the lemon, just like a couple drops. For this application, he would use it undiluted, sort of rub his hands together, and it will literally clean it right off. I actually use this is a little secret of mine. I will use this as nail polish remover. So I discovered this because I'd paint my nails and then I would be cleaning with the lemon and realize that the finish would start to come off my nails, like just the nice glossy finish on my nails. And then I kind of got thinking, I bet it's the essential oil. So sure enough, I put some of this, like a couple drops on just a cotton ball, and I started removing the nail polish with it. So a super great way to remove your nail polish as well. You don't have to use that super toxic nail polish remover anymore. You can use your lemon. This is also wonderful for cleaning appliances. So especially like stainless steel, this will take your fingerprints off stainless steel like perfectly, or glass cooktop. So we have a glass stove cooktop. So I don't know about you, but anytime I cook anything and it splatters over and burns and it's just horrible, I'll just wait until it's like 90% cooled down. So it's just you can even touch it still, just a little bit warm. And I will either spray it with my pre-made all-purpose cleaner, or I'll even, depending on how bad the spill is, I'll put a couple of drops of this right on it and it will literally wipe right clean. It just makes life so easy. So this is just phenomenal. It's such a multi-purpose oil. It's wonderful. It's a must-have. I could keep going on and on and on, but I'm going to try to keep this short. Excuse me. Okay, so next up is peppermint. So peppermint is another favorite. You're gonna hear me say that through almost every single oil that I ever experienced, because they really truly are my favorites. I love every single one. So peppermint is so great, especially if you're somebody that suffers with any kind of digestive upset. So it's great for that. You can put a drop in your water before or after meals, just to help soothe your stomach. Or if you're experiencing any kind of nausea, even diarrhea, bloating, upset stomach, peppermint is very, very soothing for that. It's really, really great as well to help naturally bring down the body temperature. So especially with kids, I try really, really hard not to give my kids any kind of like medicines, like over-the-counter medicines. I know that there's a place and a time for it, and I would never deny them of that, but I always look for the natural options first before going that route. So peppermint has been a lifesaver, especially when the kids were younger. We haven't really got into it in recent months or years, I guess, with really dealing with like fevers or anything like that. But when that happens, I turn to peppermint. I would take it in the diluted version. So it is available in a roller bottle. This one's actually the On Guard, but you can get the peppermint. Actually, you can get this whole kit in the Touch roller bottles as well. So these are already pre-diluted in the fractionated coconut oil through a proprietary blend, which means doTERRA doesn't share the ratio with us, so we can't just easily make our own. I mean, you can make your own, but especially with kids, you want to make sure the dilution is right, because they have much smaller bodies and they don't require as much as us. So I like to use the pre-diluted roller bottle for my kids, and if they were experiencing a fever or a higher body temperature, I would just take this, apply it from their spine, like down their spine and onto the bottoms of the feet, and it helps to naturally bring down their body temperature. So supportive, so easy, so safe, and it's right here at our fingertips. So you don't have to worry about, running out to the drugstore to get all of these different things for our kids. We have all the tools right here, and especially as moms and parents, it's so nice to feel empowered in how you're helping your kids and your family. So that's how I love peppermint. I will also add this to, if I'm making like brownies or a hot chocolate, or even to my coffee, sometimes I'll add a drop of peppermint. It's just so nice. It's so soothing, and it's such a fabulous oil. This is also my go-to if I have, excuse me, any head tension. So I will apply it topically right to the area, like right to the temples, or like across the forehead, back of neck. Oftentimes when I get a headache, it often stems from like tension in my shoulders and moves up the back of my neck. So that's exactly where I will apply the peppermint. It will help actually soothe the skin and soothe the muscles that are under a lot of strain, and help to alleviate the pressure that it's building in my head. So it's such a phenomenal, versatile essential oil. So when you take those 3 oils, the lemon, lavender, and peppermint together, they, like when you use all 3 of them together at the same time, so like you could put them in a diffuser together, they are so supportive for seasonal allergies. So anytime that you're dealing with, stuffiness or whatever your symptoms are for allergies, seasonal allergies, this combo is your go-to. It's so amazing. So that is those 3. Next we have tea tree. So tea tree is also known as Melaleuca. This one has been flying off the shelves here so fast at Whole Health. People have been scooping this one up because it's wonderful for head lice. So it's added to a lot of the shampoos that you can buy over the counter for head lice treatment, right? But this is the pure good stuff. So we've made a little spray bottle because it did go around my daughter's school. We didn't get anything, knock on wood. But we've been using this as a precautionary or preventative measure. So I spray her hair literally every single morning before I put it up. So I just made a little spray bottle. I put 10 drops of tea tree and 10 drops of cinnamon. You can use cinnamon or clove because it's very, very, lice don't like that. So, and then I'll do her hair, give it a little spritz and then tie it back, and just to help prevent any creepy crawlies. So tea tree is very, very antiseptic, very cleansing. It's very almost medicinal smelling to me. Yeah, it definitely has a really clean, almost like a clinical type smell to me. So that's kind of how you know it's very, very cleansing. So it's great to use again. So all-purpose cleaners, you could add this again to that spray bottle with your lemon or just on its own. It doesn't have I don't love the smell of it. That's why if I do use it for cleaning, which I do a lot, I will add things like lemon to it to just sort of amplify it a little bit and make it smell a little bit nicer. It's also really great for skin support. So any kind of cuts, bruises, it's like first aid in a bottle. So again, very versatile. It's really great for any kind of fungus or athlete's foot or anything like that as well. So that is a wonderful one to have on hand. Like all of these are, and that's why they put them in this kit, right? Because they just know every single oil in here has so many different uses. So that's why this kit, you just cannot go wrong with it. Then we have the oregano. So just like the tea tree, this one is like a powerhouse. So any kind of, anything like viral going on in your body, this is really, really strong. It's known actually, oregano is known as nature's antibiotic. So it's a very old practice for people to consume this internally to help support a strong immune system, right? If people are feeling down or under the weather, or a lot of people take it proactively internally to help boost their immune system and prevent the onset of any kind of illness or common colds or anything viral going around. This is your powerhouse. So, excuse me, this one, you would not want to take this one internally on its own, straight up. It is a super hot oil. You would probably taste oregano for a week. Not to mention it would probably burn the inside of your mouth. It's super, super concentrated, such a hot oil. So you could put a drop, you would just need a single drop in, say, a glass of orange juice or something like that, and take a really quick swig of it. You could put it into an empty veggie capsule. So you can buy these veggie capsules that you literally pull apart, you add your essential oil to it, put it back together and take it like a capsule, right? That's a really great way because then you don't taste it and you don't experience the the heat of this oil. So that's a great way. This is phenomenal to add to like cooking, like so your Italian dishes like a pasta sauce or anything like that, like a couple drops, that's all you need. It's so, so great. I should mention with this one, if you are using it internally for immune support, you wouldn't want to use this one longer than 10 days. It will wipe out good and bad bacteria within your body, which we don't want to do, right? We want to keep a balanced, intestinal flora in our body. So you don't want to disturb that. So you wouldn't take this longer than 10 days, okay? If you are taking this internally as well, I wouldn't recommend taking a probiotic, while you're taking this, because it's going to just sort of wipe out the probiotics. So you would just be kind of wasting that. So just keep in mind when you're taking this, it would be like instead of it taking an antibiotic, right? So it's powerful stuff. Next, we'll go with the frankincense. So, excuse me. Frankincense is known as the king of oils. It is the most expensive oil in this kit. So to purchase this oil on its own, it's like $118 Canadian for this oil. When in doubt, pull your frank out. That's what they say. And it's every word of that is true. It's got the uses for this oil are so broad. They're so complex. It is such a powerful, powerful essential oil. This is a wonderful oil. It's very, very, very anti-inflammatory. So anybody that's dealing with any kind of inflammation within the body, anything that ends in itis, like so arthritis, for example, this is so powerful. Wonderful essential oil. It's very, very grounding to the body. So it's referenced in the Bible. It's been used since ancient times. It's referenced all over the world in different religious practices and, ceremonies, things like that. It's such a beautiful oil. I recommend for you to look this oil up. Just like Google the benefits or, the benefits of frankincense essential oil. There's some pretty remarkable clinical trials out there about its effect on different types of cancers and things like that. I'm not going to go into making claims or saying anything like that. I just would recommend to be your own advocate and just look up for yourself how incredible this is. This is also such a beautifying oil. It's added to some of the best skincare lines that doTERRA has because of its ability to regenerate our cells, okay? So not just the cells within our body, it has the ability to regenerate. It has the ability to regenerate cells topically. So our cells turn over frequently, right? So this has such a powerful effect. So scarring on the skin, age spots, sunspots, like you apply this, like be religious with it. Like if you had like say like a little age spot or a sunspot you were trying to dissolve or get rid of, I would say like take an honest go at this and try it and just be religious about it and apply it right to that area that you're really trying to target for a couple weeks and seriously see what happens. It's so phenomenal. I have a few personal testimonials about this oil. If you want me to share them with you, just send me a message. I won't get into them on here because not everybody wants to listen to my stories all day long. But they're pretty powerful and I will share if you want to know. So you can message me if you want to know that. But yes, such an incredible, incredible essential oil makes this kit like literally worth every single cent. Okay, so that is the 6 single oils in this kit. So single oils just meaning like lavender is just pure lavender. There's nothing else in here but lavender. So the remaining 4 are pure essential oils, but they're a combination of different oils within this bottle. So the On Guard. So in the On Guard, let me just read it to you. In here we have wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So together they make this blend, and this blend is On Guard, the protective blend. So supportive for our immune system. So I'm almost out of this one. I've literally been diffusing this one night and day. Before the kids get home from school, I'll turn the diffuser on. First thing in the morning, I'll turn it on, add some On Guard, because there has been a little bit of like, we've had some runny noses going around. So just, the more exposure you get to it, the stronger your immune system is and responds to it. So super wonderful. I love it in the roller bottle. So again, this is the pre-diluted, super safe, ready to apply right to the skin, great for kids, babies, everything, ready to go. It's so easy. I literally keep one of these in my purse. I've been applying this one for myself. I've literally been taking this and I've been applying it like behind my ears every single day and to the bottoms of my feet. For my kids, I'll do the same thing, behind the ears or sort of back and neck, like just that area, and then the bottoms of their feet, as well as diffusing it, but this topically, and then putting their socks on before they go to school. So just to help really support, again, their immune system, help keep their little bodies strong. So yeah, it's powerful. And like with the clove and the cinnamon, even if no one is sick, it just smells so beautiful this time of year. So it's such a great warming sort of fall winter oil. So it is wonderful. So then we have Breathe. So this is Breathe, also known as Easy Air, which is the respiratory blend. So this one is, let me read this one. It is laurel, eucalyptus, peppermint. It's got the tea tree in it, lemon, ravensara, and cardamom. So all of these oils together, again, really supportive for our respiratory system. So diffusing this one really helps to open the airways, allows more oxygen intake into the lungs just to allow better breathing. I love this one because it's really great for those that might snore. So anybody that has any kind of, again, obstructed airways or snoring or anything like that, this is such a phenomenal oil. It even like literally helps my dog not snore. So this is great. You can add this to any of your oils that you might want to diffuse that night. So for example, if you were diffusing lavender, adding a drop or two of the Breathe to that in the diffuser, it's the most beautiful like aroma in the whole world. It's gorgeous. I also love using this one. I actually use this one a lot before like hot yoga. So I will apply it topically over my chest, again, just to help open the airways, allow clear breathing. And then even just before coming on and speaking with you right now today, I actually took some of this and applied it over my chest. So it's the oil of breath, right? So it helps to like really anchor our message and allow us to get through what we're trying to say, right? So yeah, when you're speaking about something, it's nice just to really have that, like I said, that open passage of communication. So such a wonderful oil. All right, so the digestive blend is the one I'll go to next. So this is a blend of ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, anise, tarragon, and fennel. So wow, so great for all things digestive. So whether you eat something and you get bloating after, or you've eaten something and it's given you food poisoning, or you feel nauseous, during pregnancy, this was such a phenomenal oil for me. I actually use it most often in the roller bottle because it's just so easy to apply topically right over the stomach area to help with any of those symptoms. So if you're someone that suffers from anything like colitis or irritable bowel syndrome, or you have food sensitivities like gluten intolerance, dairy, those are big ones. This is literally going to be your best friend. This was the actual oil right here. This was the one that opened my eyes about essential oils. So I was sampled oils from or I used oils from a different company prior, and I didn't really have that real wow factor. I didn't really have that real true honest experience that it really was incredible until someone actually gave me a sample of this, and I was experiencing some serious bloating and stomach upset because I have a lot of sensitivities to food, and it was within minutes, it was instant relief. And that was literally this was the game changer for me. So I really love this oil. I actually keep the roller bottle in my purse with me at all times just because it's so effective. It works so fast. So yes, definitely a must have, especially with the way people eat today. we eat processed foods, fast foods, right? We eat things that are genetically modified. We eat things that have so many fillers and additives and preservatives in it. Like our bodies we were not, as human beings, we were not designed to actually absorb those things and process those things. So it's not surprising to actually see that more and more and more people have, food sensitivities or digestive problems, because it's just, we've been consuming these things for too long now, and our bodies are finally catching up saying like, whoa, like you're not supposed to eat that. Like you were supposed to eat the food the way it was put on this earth. And reality is we don't, right? So that's why you need this oil. Okay, and the last one I want to cover in this kit is the Deep Blue. So this comes in a 5 ml bottle. So the Deep Blue is a wonderful oil. It's the soothing blend, so it's really, really great for physical pain in the body. So any kind of physical pain, whether you're going for, whether you have any tension or arthritis or aches, pains, anything muscle, if you sprain something, this is phenomenal. So this one you would definitely want to dilute before using. My favorite way to use this is just, put some coconut oil in my hands, a couple of drops of this, and just apply it on the body where needed. It's phenomenal. This is also available in a rub. So it's like a cream, and like even my husband uses it before or after hockey, like every week. Loves it, works so quickly. And it's just, the best part is these things are just safe. They're okay to put on our body. They're great to put on our body. In fact, our body loves these and responds so well to them because they literally come right from our earth. They come from the planet. They come from where they're supposed to come from. They have not been altered in any way. And doTERRA takes a lot of pride in providing us the best oils. So they're not just local. They're not Ontario. They're not just Canadian oils. They literally go around the world. They source where the very best plant is grown and where it's most abundant, right? So they won't deplete a supply, right? So if something is not sustainable, they're not going to farm it. So for example, white fur, doTERRA is not producing any more white fur moving forward, because the supply where they were getting it, it's actually becoming a little bit too limited. So they don't want to deplete it, right? So they're not going to use the products if they are at risk for depleting it. If they are not up to their standards for quality, they're not going to produce it for us. So that's reassuring to know that, right? So that's why they go around the world. They find the best oils, they produce the best oils, and they are there for us to use. When you are out and about and you see essential oils popping up all over I'm pretty sure you could go to Canadian Tire today and buy essential oils. If you are somebody that wants to buy essential oils from Canadian Tire or the pharmacy or Walmart or Costco or IKEA or any of these places that you're seeing them pop up, you're going to probably be the type of person that will use them. You'll go to use it for a headache or for physical pain in your body or maybe internally, something like that. And you're likely going to be the person that says essential oils don't work. That's because you're not buying. I hate to be harsh and I'm not trying to be super critical or anything, but I've come across these people. I come across them a lot actually, and they are the ones that say essential oils don't work. And it really is like my experience with the Digestive Blend. It really is, until you come across that oil that really makes a difference and has that wow factor that's pure, that you're going to see the difference. So I give everybody a little bit of a grace period with that. I think it's important to do your homework, to try different oils, compare them. I love giving people samples and then saying, you know what, take my sample and go to the health food store and smell their oils. That's where I got my very first oil too. So yeah, definitely try it out. It's fun to do that. And then when you've seen the difference, then you'll know, and you'll really know what we're talking about when we talk about the purity and the power of these oils. So that's the top 10. That's the kit that I got started with. And the exciting thing about it is that this month, like the first time ever, doTERRA has never done this. They are offering 20% off select enrollment kits this month. So if you have been on the fence, or if you have been looking at essential oils or following along or just inquiring, this is the month to jump in. I didn't get this. People that literally enrolled with me last month, like 2-3 weeks ago, they didn't get this deal. So every single month there's a new promo. There's new specials. They're always doing something great for us. They're always pulling new surprises out of their hats. It's just really incredible, and it's really life-changing. The more you use them, the more you become aware, and the more excited your journey is. So I just really wanted to share that, and hopefully you all get a chance to watch this whole thing. And if you have any questions, by all means, message me and let me know. There's, like I said, there's that wonderful promotion this month. I always usually try to sweeten it up a little bit for you. Also, the other thing I wanted to point out, I'm like holding on to this right now, so it reminded me. I have this scanner. This is called an iTovi scanner. And I don't bring this out at all the classes I do, depending really on the size of the class. But I've been doing a lot of these lately. So this is a scanner. Basically what it does is you hold it in your hand and it scans your body in the present moment. So everything that's like biological or unbiological is made up of energy, right? So everything from like this table to this book to my water to me, like everything has an energy to it. And this measures your body's energy levels. So it has these different biomarkers. Basically, when something is out of balance, it will recognize that and make suggestions, whether it's supplements or whether it's essential oils, to help bring balance back to your body. It's so phenomenal. So yesterday, I'm going to just tell you this quick story. Yesterday, my first client of the day came in, and she walked in, and I've seen her like a few times in the last couple weeks. She walked in first thing, and I was kind of already in my own, like I was kind of had some bad energy yesterday morning. And she walked in, and immediately I could sense that she was bringing bad energy in with her. And she sits in my chair, and I just said, like, we got chatting, and we were both, you know, she did have better energy, and so did I. And we both acknowledged that. And I was like, okay, we need to scan you. So we went and grabbed the scanner, and we both like scanned ourselves. And for me, so yesterday the source of my bad energy was my 2-year-old. So God bless her, I love her so much, but she doesn't like sleep right now. So we are trying all the oils and trying different combinations, and that's the other beauty of oils. So it's not just like one oil is going to be the game. Like, it's not going to be, oh, lavender is going to make everybody sleep. It's really different combinations work for different people, right? So we've been trying different combinations of different things for her, and it's been a struggle. She doesn't like sleeping. She goes to bed at about 11 and gets up, starts her day at about 4. So it gets a bit tiring doing that day in and day out. And so I was just kind of exhausted. She was exhausted yesterday morning, and it wasn't great. So my first oil that it scanned and recommended for me was red mandarin. So I was thinking, like, what the heck, red mandarin? So I looked it up in this book. This is Emotions and Essential Oils. So I read about it. Red mandarin is the oil of childlike perspective. Like, this scanner couldn't be more accurate with every single recommendation it makes. Like, our bodies are so intelligent, and the way that these essential oils can affect our bodies is so incredible. So I'm going to just read you a couple little pieces of this that like literally blew my mind. So, and it's funny because my husband always reminds me, he's always like, Jen, just, you know, remember, she's only 2, like, don't let her stress you out. You're going to miss these days when they're like older and moving out, or, you know, it's not going to last forever. It's just a phase. Like, he's famous for saying these things, and I know he's supporting me, but when you're in that moment and when he's gone away to work and you're dealing on your own, sometimes it's hard to remember those things, right? So this oil encourages all parents and non-parents alike to remember the innocence of childhood. It invites them to accept that the years of influence are short, Life seasons change, and children are constantly evolving, learning, and growing. Red mandarin refreshes the weary and careworn parent and assists them to refocus on the beauty contained in the simple moments of life with a child. Parents often find themselves feeling overwhelmed, unappreciated, and unable to meet the ever-present demands. This can lead to being discouraged, frustrated, angry, and filled with self-doubt. So negative emotions that red mandarin helps to address are feelings of overwhelm, weighed down, joyless parenthood, stressed, exhausted, discouraged, burdened, or jaded. So any of those negative emotions, red mandarin is there to help support that. So the positive properties it's going to bring out are seeing sweetness in life, wonder in parenting, refreshed, joy in simple moments, cherishing childhood, innocent, positive perspectives. So I don't know, it just really hit home with me when that was the oil that came up. So anyways, long story short, if there's anybody watching this that is local to me that wants to get together and do a little scan, or get some of your girlfriends together, or get some of your friends or family together, we can do a little class like this. You can actually open these oils, put them on your skin, smell them, experience them, scan yourself. It's just so powerful, and it's really an experience that you have to have in person. So the idea of sharing with you live today is just to open your mind to the opportunity with using the essential oils. I really do believe that the experience is where it has to start. And that's why also I do love to send samples to people. Like if someone messages me and they're like, I've been following along for a while. I'm not really sure I want to jump into a kit, but at the end of the day, I know when people are on the fence, and I know the timing has to be important for you. So by all means, message me. I'll send you a sample. There's no obligation. I'm not salesy with the essential oils because, to be honest, I don't care whether you purchase essential oils or not. I just want to help empower people to see that there are other options, right? We don't always have to turn to our doctor for a prescription. We don't always have to run down to the drugstore to grab, one specific medication that's going to help one specific thing. Instead, we have a bottle that has 250 drops of an essential oil that can be used 250 times, right? So oftentimes you only need a single drop. So it's so much more cost effective and safe to use essential oils than to use some of the alternatives out there. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I will post a link or a picture of the enrollment kits that are on sale this month, so 20% off only this month. So don't come to me December 1st and say that you are ready to join. Now is the time, so don't miss out. Don't say I didn't tell you. And like I said, I love to try to sweeten the deal a little bit for people. So if you're really on the fence, maybe we can chat and I can see what else we can kind of come up with for you. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you have any feedback, any questions, any concerns, anything I didn't cover that you wanted to know, or like I said, if you want to get together and do a little class, message me because this is so fun. I've been doing a ton of these lately with people, and like I said, the person that I had in yesterday morning, she scanned the top 3 oils that recommended for her. She literally walked away with yesterday because she was like, I can't even, she's like, this thing doesn't lie. Like, she was dealing with so many different emotions and circumstances in her life, and the essential oils that picked up on her to help provide balance to those areas in her body was just phenomenal. So yeah, that is it. I'm going to end today because we're pushing an hour now, and I know you're all wanting to get back to your busy lives. So thanks for anyone that did join us live today, and for those that watched the replay, thank you as well. Feel free to share this video with anyone that you think might be interested, or send them my way as well. All right, so have a great day, everyone, and we'll talk to you very soon.